leadership and learning is inseparable. If they tell you somebody is doing something well, you go and learn. What are they doing? What are they not doing? And that has taken me, from the time I've started this experiment or getting involved in politics, I've been to 31 countries. Learning, it is important, it's critical. You asked specifically, I was in Morocco. Why did I go to Morocco? Morocco, just to show you, Morocco is about 36 million. Their export last year was over $50 billion. They don't know the spend on oil. In our own, with oil included, it's under 30 billion, and we're 200 million. Morocco didn't export any oil. But if the natural resource was small, it was mainly manufactured goods. Vehicle alone was almost 10 billion. In Morocco, Morocco runs the best seaport in Africa, doing twice the tonnage, cargo tonnage of all Nigerian ports put together. Morocco. So I have to go there.
Hello everyone, this is Trend Republic. In this video, I would like to share with you Peter Obi's outstanding response to interview questions on how best to make everything work and have a better Nigeria. He spoke about solutions to Nigeria economy, fuel subsidy removal, electrical power system, bottleneck on the port, and more. But before we dive into the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and God bless you. Peace.
What we've chosen to do in this country, we will consistently hire vehicle drivers to fly the Nigerian aeroplane instead of hiring qualified pilots. My commitment is, let us campaign and deal with the issue of the problems of the country. There's a lot of problems besieging this country. So our schools, universities are shut down, and we're talking about who will vote for. Let's deal with the issues. This election will not be based on my turn. It will not be based on ethnicity. It will not be based on religion. It will be based on the Nigerian agenda to save this Nigeria. Nigeria is in coma. I'm appealing to people to vote to save Nigeria. And to save Nigeria is to hire the best. I don't want people to vote for me because I'm from the Southeast. I don't want people to vote for me because I'm from South-South, or I'm from Southwest, or Northwest, or Northeast, or North Central. I want them to vote for Peter Obi because he's a Nigerian who is competent to start pulling Nigeria out of the mess it is today. Can work with somebody who is much younger, because we need to start lowering the barriers of this and bring people, younger people with fresh ideas, with something to offer, than just keep recycling this ourselves and claiming we have been there too for several times, or is our turn, or is our children. No. We need to refine and building a team. That team has to be a team that is formidable, a team that cannot take, even from me as president, anything. I want to assemble the type of team I had in Anambra State, and I said to them from day one, if you agree with me in 3 meetings, you go. That means you don't have your own idea. I want those who can look at my face and say, Mr. President, you're wrong. And you're wrong. Because I don't know everything.
And
I want to learn.
For you. That Yusuf Dati Baba.
Oh yes, of course. If I want people that can come in there and say to me, like, no, you're wrong, you can't do this. Because that's what we need. We need to save this country. And you can only do that with the team. On the issue of my travel, let me tell you, leadership and learning is inseparable. If they tell you somebody is doing something well, you go and learn. What are they doing? What are they not doing? And that has taken me, from the time I've started this experiment or getting involved in politics, I've been to 31 countries. learning. It is important, it's critical. You asked specifically, I was in Morocco. Why did I go to Morocco? Morocco, just to show you, Morocco is about 36 million. Their export last year was over $50 billion. They don't know spend on oil. In our own, with oil included, it's under 30 billion, and we're 200 million. Morocco didn't export any oil. But if the natural resources was small, it was mainly manufactured goods. Vehicle alone was almost 10 billion. In Morocco, Morocco runs the best seaport in Africa, doing twice the tonnage, cargo tonnage of all Nigerian ports put together. Morocco. So I have to go there. Morocco is doing so well that today, Morocco issues bond, Euro bond, at 2-3%. Nobody can, today in Nigeria, people are skeptical about buying Nigerian bond, even at 14-15%. So a differential of about 10 to 13%. Morocco. I have to go and see what they're doing. I drove from Rabat, capital, to the port in 3.5 hours. No police, nothing. Straight road, go to the port, you wouldn't even know, you think there's nothing happening in the port. I was there, they viewed the people and everything. That's why I went there, to know what they're doing that we're not doing. You learn. I went to Egypt. Egypt, Vietnam, India, they plot the highest, fastest electricity in the past 5 years. And I said, let me start with Egypt. I'm going to go to the other ones. Egypt moved their power generation distribution from less than 20,000 in 2015 to today, 58,000. Those who are asking don't know what I'm explaining. That's what they did. You need to go and see what they were able to do. Today, Egypt's power requirement is 30,000 megawatts. Their generation and distribution is 58,000. I want to study who did the plant, who are the contractors, how did they get the funding. I've been able to ascertain. I visited the plants, went to the company that built it, met with the CEOs, not the small people, the CEOs of the companies that are involved, went to the power holding company of Egypt, met the top people in government who are involved in this, talked a bit with the financiers in Egypt. I've also gone to Europe to meet the financiers. Refine. What you see here is that people go into government and start giving excuses. What I saw when I came in, what we did. I want to see everything now, calculate the sources on which I'm going to solve it. So when I go there, I hit the ground running. That's what I did. The job of a leader is not to give excuses, is to solve a problem. I don't want to be one of those who will be hired, and when I go there, I start reminding them of where they're coming from. When you're hired because the person there is not doing well. So your job is
after talking to the local people here, that's when you went to Egypt to look for solutions?
Completely.
And the local people here didn't provide any solutions?
No. They have you have to blend all these ideas. They've done their own and everything. Let me give you an issue of security. I was with the IG of police the other day. And when I asked him this, but I was asking him, because you must solve this thing. There's other people I'm going to talk to, Minister of Finance, Minister of Planning. You have to know all this before you get in there. Not when you go in there, say what you saw. You must see everything before you get there.
So I want to take you back to how you talk to the local people here. Yeah. Tell us why, because in Egypt, they have the same agreement, don't they, with Siemens, as we have here, Siemens Presidential Initiative in 3 phases, upgrade of our transmission grids, discos, new power stations. It simply has not worked here thus far. Why?
Because we're not serious. Period. In its political way, let me tell you, in Egypt, to conceive a power plant from beginning to end, to say we're going to, you are Rascom, you are Siemens, we're going to combine, you're going to build this power plant. All the things they need to do lasted 45 days. So here, we don't have that. It's all stories. They've told me meetings upon meetings. That's why I said I must learn. Why is this not happening? Let me know whether we are caused or are we the cause. That's what I went to do, and that's what I'm studying everywhere.
So that's what you can't be told. You have to actually see it there, observe it, experience it, and
completely. That's why I went to the port. Why would Morocco, with 36 million people, have a tonnage to have a better port than we have with 200 million people? Within the same period, as you know, we've borrowed $90 billion. So subsidy of 40, you borrowed about $90 billion, which you're servicing. If you put the debt servicing, you could see a total mismanagement of resources that would have changed the entire north. That vast land would have been a huge farmland.
But sorry to cut you. The argument has always been over the years. It is labor that has been stopping the government from removing subsidy. Remember 2012 Occupy Nigeria protest, Labour, and now you are in the party set up by the Labour Party, and you are a free market capitalist in the party called Labour Party. So Labour has also played a role in stopping the removal of subsidy. All this while, that's another argument.
No, let me tell you, we will do it properly, because if you audit what we are importing and consuming, there's no way it will be this amount. And you have to convince people. Let me tell you why people are against removal of subsidy. People are against removal of anything because whenever it's been done, they did not see the benefit. We did privatization. We didn't see the benefit. What we did is that we privatized profits, socialize losses.
Would you remove subsidy?
Yes, but because I'm going to use the resources to do something that will benefit. But if I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to remove it. Okay. You must be able to offer something in replacement of what you're trying to do. I cannot spend $40 billion on subsidy and spend 50% of that in education and health. Even in security, where our security budget have not been up to that. Are you saying that subsidy is more important than security of life and property? These are things you must do. You must be able to say, if we keep this, we will not get this. If we keep this, we will not get this. But because of mistrust, I will say that subsidy is a scam, and I still maintain it. So we have to look at it. How much are we importing? Who is consuming it? Why are we going to keep this? And there's so many scams all over the place, including the cost of governance. We're going to look at it. It's not going to be a business as usual.
How will you address issues of bottlenecks at the ports, bottlenecks on the roads, infrastructure around the ports, cargo turnaround, issues like that?
Well, you know, I've been a businessman. I remain a businessman, so I know the enormous cost on businesses and trades because of the bottlenecks at the ports. And I can tell you, this will be decisively addressed, not only just to remove the bottlenecks, but to make ports to become what it should be. Nigeria have what it takes for our ports to contribute at least 3-4 times what is contributing today to our revenue. Because of our size, and we can have ports for turnaround, for transshipment, important. The deepest part of the ocean is Port Harcourt area. And it's at the tip. That can use for transshipment. There's a lot you can do with the ports. After what is Singapore that we pride ourselves and talk about every day living on is the ports. That port today is doing business and generating and managing over $200 billion dollars in assets. That's what we need to do. We need to, open up the economy of the place. Make it productive. Like I said, the vast land in the north should be farmlands, why Kano and Kaduna should be a processing center where we're moving goods for export. These are what I've done it, these are what I'm going to do. If you drive from Rabat to the seaport in Tangier in Morocco, all you see is farmland. If you're on the air, landed on anywhere, all you see is farmland. In Nigeria, you see vast land and people who are looking for food. These people can be moved from here to here by supporting them, by having critical policies that will help. If you generate power, you will know what power can do to an economy is immeasurable. You have small businesses spring up all over, the small production that can help. There's no reason why Nigeria should not be exporting at least 300 billion worth of exports, not under 30 billion. I said it before, Vietnam, with a quarter of our land, 330,000 square kilometers of land, half of our population, 100 million people, their total export last year was $312 billion. And they all manufactured goods. Electronics is something billion. Clothing, which we're doing in our band everywhere, 32 billion. Footwear, 23 billion. And we're earning 16 billion from oil. Footwear that you can do everywhere. You know, in China, in Kano. Kano used to be a manufacturing center. All the manufacturers in Kano are complaining. I visited the biggest rice farm processing plant in Kano last year, Unza, because I had to support it. And that's what I'm talking about when people are talking about east or west or this. I visited Unza, we are supporting him financially, and he's doing the right thing. That's what we should be talking about, not talking about who is from a lower ladder or upper ladder. If the man from lower ladder will do the job, let's bring him to do the job so we can solve these problems. Okay. And that's what I need. Okay. We need.
We've been having the port problem, we've not been able to solve it. What specifically would you do to make turnaround time in port about 24 hours? They just put in an app called ATO. We can't still solve the problem. Specifically, the first 3 steps. What would you do to make it like Ghana and Cotonou? Specifically.
Very simple.
Yes.
It's a human factor.
Okay.
And you deal with it. It's a human factor. Quote me anywhere. It has nothing. What they do there is not different from what we do here. All we need to do is a human. I tell people what we did in education in Anambra State. And why do I want to use that as an example? We moved from 26 to 21. We didn't change the teachers. It was the same teachers. We didn't. No, we didn't hire new people. We didn't do anything. It was the same people. But when they saw the body language of this leader, what he wants, and people were being asked to go, if you don't deliver it, they delivered it. Everything you're seeing in Nigeria has not worked, whether it's scanning, whether it's human factor. You deal with it decisively.
But people say it might be easy in Anambra, but it might not be easy as Nigeria as a whole.
I said
it's a bigger country.
It will be the same thing, exactly the same thing. Quote me anywhere. I've been involved in the banking industry. Go and check. We took the smallest bank and became 25 billion bank. I was the chairman. Go and check the record. I've been a successful businessman. In Anambra State, let me tell you, Anambra is very difficult. It's the most difficult state to govern in this country, if you don't know. So it is, we will beg people, we will plead with people, we will dialogue with people. We're not going to shoot them, we're not going to do this. Go and ask, you could see me every day begging, appealing, and we'll do it, but we'll be decisive. Because it must work. Let me tell you, my last discussion with my son, he said, a lot of my friends wants to go back to Nigeria, but they have fear about this. Is there any way, if you have opportunity, you can make it better for all of us to come back? We want to come back. He was born, raised in the UK, went to school, is working, and he feels for the Nigerian child every day. As you know, my daughter had to even come back and start teaching in a secondary school here. So that's where they feel. They feel, what can we do to help? If I say to any of them, I'm going to do, say, Take the money. You have people you're paying for. Why don't you support this school? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? I saw you giving computers to school. Keep doing that and everything. They have so passionate about why don't we do good. This is me. I want to show people love when they show hatred. When you say people in the north, for example, will not vote for me, they are voting for me is that I'm going to solve their problem. I want people in the east to vote for people based on their competence, not vote for Peter because he's from the east.
Would you restructure Nigeria, yes or no?
Thank you. When you talk about the issue of restructure, when I get there, I've said it, Nigeria as it is structured today cannot work. But it's not something where people say, we'll restructure. Let's get there. There's issues. For example, let me take issue of security. Why won't the state be in charge of their security? These are part of things people are talking security.
So you bring in state police once you get there? If you get there?
First is that the governor should be in charge of the security. So even if a police commissioner is posted there, the governor is in charge and can remove him. I removed 6 police commissioners right from the time of Obasanjo. My police commissioner was removed under Obasanjo. I went to Obasanjo and said, Mr. President, I have a security issue. I want this police commissioner here to be removed. He called the then IG, Hindero. He said, so who do you want? I said, I want the deputy to be the commissioner. Hindero said, no, he cannot. I said, unless he will be acting. I said, call him anything, but let him be in charge. That's how John Haruna took over.
So that's fiscal federalism, so you promote that?
Of course, yes, because it will help. You do it in security, in education. Why wouldn't I hold the governor Katsina responsible for the security? One is that our police personnel level is unacceptable. I'm contesting to be the president of Nigeria. I might be coming from a section of the country, but I want to solve the problem of Nigeria. I want to start building a new Nigeria where Nigerians can be proud of their country, believe in their country and everything. A young man approached me yesterday. I came back from the UK yesterday. It will shock you. A young man approached me. He said, I saw everybody taking picture with you. And I asked him, who are you? He said, you are the president. You're going to be the president. I said, yes. He said, let me tell you, I'm 20 years old. My mother is from Nigeria. My father is from Jamaica. My mother is so nice to me. I want to come to Nigeria. I want to be able to set up a business, employ people, I help them. But just like what my son will tell me, so many of my friends don't want to come because they feel it's not this, it's not that. I said, that's what we're trying to do. When we arrived at the airport here, I saw that same young man being interrogated by immigration, this one. Even normal thing, trying to harass him, I called them and said, let me tell you, this young man is coming to this country for the first time. He believes in this country. That's why he's coming. By the time people finish with him here, he will go out, he will not come back. So they left him. He came and hugged me and gave me a says, I know I can't vote for you, but I don't know what I'm going to do to help you. Can I collect your number? I gave him my number. He gave me his number. He said, because of me, we need to do things that will bring people hope. We need Nigerians to be proud that they are part of this country. We need to go to sports and compete as the Nigerians. People are not proud to say we are Nigerians. Canadians are hiring Nigerians every day. Other countries are hiring them. They are not asking them whether you're from the east or west. When you go to a doctor, I've said it, I've never been sick. One time they said I would remove a procedure in the UK. I went to St. Mary's and Elizabeth Hospital. As I entered that theater, 2 people appear. They are black. One is from Ondo. The other one is from Southeast. They were doctors. I didn't have to say you can't operate me because of this. So many prominent Nigerians are seeing the same thing. Nigerians from the Southeast are all working in Saudi Arabia. Nobody's asking them where they're from. Even Dubai we go to celebrate. It's a Muslim country. We all want to go there. If you go there, The only Catholic church, St. Mary's Catholic Church, is built by the Emir of Dubai. It's written there.
Okay.
I met him there once. He goes there 3 times a year, during Christmas, during Easter.
Okay.
So why are we here basing issues on its religion, its ethnicity, its my tongue? We want to remove all this.
Okay.
I want it to be turn of Nigerians.
Okay.
Turn of the Nigerian children, turn of Nigerian youth to take back their country, and I'll help them to rebuild it. We must build a better Nigeria. Nigeria is at the brink now. Like I said, in a short while, we will not be able to service our debts. That's what we should be discussing. When we don't service our debts in the next trench, we will, the risk to jump status will be finished. You see our dollar now, every day no dollar anywhere, except the ones that are sharing, which is more